Hello, it's Forex News for Wednesday, June 30th, provided to you by InstaForex News team and me, Kate Stihina. The Australian dollar may decline soon. It seems that till last week, the strength of the Australian economy, the close relations of the country with China, as well as the perspectives of the world's economic recovery, were operating to the advantage of the Australian dollar. Nevertheless, during a couple of days, the future of the currency became less clear. Australia has new prime minister now, China weakened the peg of its currency to the US dollar, and the confidence in the American economy declined. In other words, now investors have fewer reasons to buy the Australian currency than a week ago. Perhaps the resignation of Kevin Rudd was not negative news. Generally, he was first to resign because of his plans to impose an excess profit tax for mining companies. However, the planned policy has not disappeared together with Rudd. His deputy prime minister, Julia Gillard, who took the office, also adheres to the achievement of the budget surplus, and this means that the idea of tax may preserve, and this will pose a threat to the perspectives of the economic growth in Australia. Moreover, the common elections probably will be held in Australia by the end of summer. If to put aside the Australian factors, then the unexpected decision of China about the weakening of the yuan's peg to the US dollar turned out to be bad news for the Australian currency. The Australian dollar during a long period of time was receiving the support from the part of close trading relations with one of the largest and strongest world economies. Though Beijing still was restraining the active increase of the Chinese currency, this in fact became a toughening of the Chinese monetary policy, which will lead to the deceleration of the economic expansion in the country, as well as to the decrease of the demand for the Australian commodities. The position of the Australian currency was also aggravated by the weakness of investors' propensity to risk, which was observed last week when the Federal Reserve System made it clear that the recovery remains vulnerable and the interest rates in the USA hardly will be raised at the beginning of next year, which the most part of financial markets were looking for. On Friday, the official assessment of the GDP growth in the USA for the first quarter was revised to 2.7% from 3%. The anxieties over the crisis of Eurozone sovereign debt again appeared. The cost of insurance in case of the Greek sovereign debt default reached a new record high. Apart from the advance of the cost of financing for other debtor countries of Eurozone periphery, this also forces to pay the attention again to the situation in the European lending banks. This means that the international investors again will start to be nervous, preferring to invest their funds in the asylum currencies rather than in the risky high-yield currencies such as the Australian dollar. It was Forex News provided to you by InstaForex News team. Goodbye.